Hi, welcome to another ghost hunting story that I'm going to tell you from a medium's perspective. Okay, we did a walkthrough January 8th of 2016. It was one of our fellow groups, ghost hunting group. It was their residence that they were renting. It was an old farmhouse, and the place was fascinating to me. And this was probably about the second or third home that I've gone into. So my excitement levels were still pretty high. I was very, very nervous and still trying so hard to prove to the group that I knew what I was doing and that I was more than capable of being the medium for this group. I went through the walkthrough of the home a few days before we actually did the ghost hunt, and I had 3 points of interest that I thought we should pursue in the ghost hunt. One was in a downstairs bathroom that used to be an old bedroom in the old portion of the house before construction and stuff. There was a 72-year-old woman there, and I asked her if she was the owner of the house, and she says, no, I'm a woman. I can't own the house. So I was like, okay, well, that gives us a time period. Definitely before women's rights and stuff like that. She was a fascinating woman, and she talked to me a bit, but wouldn't tell me her name. Like, again, I can never seem to get names over there. And I'll tell you why, like, later on, when we get to the point where I'm still learning. And I really enjoyed her. She was quite an interesting person. Fascinated by people and the different things that make them tick and the different auras that they can have that come off of their bodies, like the variety of colors that come away, and what they mean. And sometimes I'm spot on and sometimes I'm a little off, and that's okay, because like I said, at this point I'm still learning, and I think every day that I learn something new is a very good day, and I say that quite often. So anyways, one of the nice things about this particular hunt is that there were 3 points of interest. The second one was upstairs in the larger bedroom. There was something really bad about the closet. It was a regular door closet with a door handle, and I got the impression of a game, a weird game where children were putting belts around their necks and trying to make themselves pass out. Not trying to kill themselves, but make themselves pass out, which is like one of the most stupidest games I think I have ever even heard of. And I had to sit there and watch this thing do it, and I'm just like, no. And I didn't say anything to my fellow hunters or anything like that, because I just said that it was something dark and oppressive is the name that I gave it at that time. And I was kind of hoping that, you know, we would place the cameras there when we came to do the actual hunt, and that was my second point of interest in that house. And the third, during the walkthrough, was the basement of this farmhouse. It was creepy. It made goosebumps raise on your arms when you went down there. I didn't like it. And the only thing that I wrote in my notes is a male presence hiding that doesn't want to be seen or heard. Just a very strong male presence. Don't know what it was about. Haven't ever been, well, we went to the ghost hunt, and the night that we did ghost hunt, the old lady was there near the bathroom. The upstairs, there was no feeling at the closet, as if nothing had happened there. I couldn't understand that as being part of a medium, and I still really don't understand why something could be there so strongly a few days before and then nothing when we went there with cameras and equipment. Nothing. And it scared me, because I wanted these people to like me, because I was trying to be the real me, and I tried so hard to just be impressive that I didn't stop and think that I didn't need to really prove anything to them. They accepted me in the group. But I didn't think logically. I was so nervous and so upset, so afraid that number one, my abilities wouldn't come through for me and I would get nothing, or number two, I would be proven to be a complete fraud. It was nerve-wracking and stressful, and one of the most scariest, difficult times in my life. But this male presence that was in that basement, it bothered me because it was different than the two spirits that were in the house. The one who showed me the game with the belt that still makes me feel choked up. The fact that he wasn't there, or that essence that wasn't there. So that's when I had an epiphany that because he got to tell his story to somebody who listened, I think he might have been able to cross over, and that's why he wasn't there for the ghost hunt. And that's good, because it felt good that I helped him. And the people that were living there, they didn't ever feel that again after I was there that night. But the presence in the basement during the ghost hunt itself never came out. We played a game with a K2 meter with the old lady, who, by the way, flat out says she hates being called old lady. That was the only name that she gave us, and she wouldn't give us a name. We tried playing a name game. Does your name start with K? Does it start with this? Does it start with that? Using a K2 meter that she was actually making go off, which was really, really cool. And we caught an EVP that night of old lady laughter. So, even though she still doesn't want to be called old lady, or didn't at the time. And that was pretty much it for the ghost hunt. And like I said, everything is a learning experience, and so I can, on hindsight, I can go back and look at things and say, oh yeah, that's what that means. But at that time, I didn't. And I am my own worst critic. So that's why another reason these videos are so hard to do. But I was hard on myself. And I did listen to advice and tried even harder the next time to do better. And unfortunately, that was the cycle that I got into with this group. So we'll see how things turn out. Our next story is going to be at a yacht club. Different than the one from my childhood. One that they had public ghost hunts at. And my experiences there made me fall in love with that building. And I'm going to share those stories with you. So, I hope you like, and I hope you comment, and I will see you next time.